All right. Can you guys hear me? It looks like you can because I see little dots, so that's good. So, hey, I am Jason Fellman. I go by JFell sometimes. I am one half of Harefest, together with my business partner Kyle Lang. We are Harefest LLC, and I am here today to kind of give everybody an update on our 4 festivals that we have coming up this summer. We've got some new things to announce and maybe some details that you guys aren't familiar with. Make sure if you have any questions to ask those. And I'm up on YouTube, so you can ask them there. You can ask them on social media, and Bozic will probably share those here for me as he is moderating. So yeah, let me tell you about. I'm going to start with our first festival that's coming up now. We're less than a month away from Legends Reloaded. It is the first festival that we are doing in Madras down at the Jefferson County Event Center. Really excited about this one. It's July 19th and 20th. It's an all ages festival with 10 bands. You can see the lineup online, but it's cool. It's all ages at the concert portion. And then for the overnight portion, it's 21 plus. A few things to know about that one. One, we have commemorative lineup shirts that have the whole lineup on the back. And the deadline for ordering those is the 26th. So coming up next week, May 26th. And the only way to get those, as with our other festivals, is to order them in advance. So if you want to get your commemorative shirts with the lineups, head to legendsreloaded.com and head to the ticketing site, and you can choose from the different options there for short and long sleeve in different sizes. We only have 3 RV spots available for that one. So if you're planning on coming down and spending the night and you're coming in an RV, make sure you grab your spot before they sell out. We do have electricity at those spots, and you can get more information on the website. Also with that one, we have an after 5 p.m. Pass available for Saturday night for that event. So that's something for people who maybe can't make it for the entire long Saturday. You've got now a less expensive option just to show up and party with us in the evening. And through our sponsor, Columbia Bank, if you open an account, there's actually a promotion. If you open a new account at one of the 6 Central Oregon locations, and between now and the festival, you actually get a pair of free festival tickets. So if you're looking at maybe reevaluating your banking relationship, there's a great opportunity to score your free passes while you're at it. So that's a little bit of the lowdown on what's happening with Legends Reloaded. Now on to the next one, which is Harefest. And so we have some cool developments with Harefest. Also with, so Harefest is 21 plus for those of you who didn't get the memo on that. Actually, let me go to the Harefest page on Facebook in case any of you guys are chiming in. This is probably showing on all the festival pages. So unless the questions are coming in through YouTube, I'm not able to get the questions in real time here. And if anybody's watching on YouTube and you can tell me you can see this, feel free to chime into the comments as well. So with Harefest, that's July 16th through the 18th. So it's 3 days. So we're now less than 2 months from Harefest. This is our 14th year. This one's 21 plus. As I mentioned with Legends Reloaded, we actually have the after 5 p.m. passes also available for Harefest for the Friday and the Saturday nights. You might have followed the announcements that we introduced a new section called the Rock Yard. So a lot of people have been seeing those cool party tents that we have in the venue, and they've been saying, well, how can we have that kind of experience, but more just as an individual if we don't have 30 people to buy a party tent? And so this is our response to that. It's a cool section that has all kinds of accoutrements, some shades, seating, cooling fans, private bar access, some exclusive restroom access, so some different long games, things like that. So that's going to be a cool hang. We just announced that a couple of weeks ago. It's already 2/3 sold out. It's an add-on, so it's a separate ticket. That's not an admission ticket. It's just an add-on. So if you want to do that, make sure you head over and grab your spot before those sell out. We're definitely expecting those to sell out based on the pace. We only have 2 party tents left. So if you have a larger group or looking to do a company party, that type of thing, we do have 2 party tents left. And those are killer because it's their own party area, obviously. We've got our own service staff that comes by and takes your orders. You can decorate it up like your company, or it's got seating. It's got its own bar. So a lot of cool elements to the party tents if you're interested in a larger group. They come with 30 tickets, but you can get a few more people in there as well. Also, it's been interesting. So one of the things we discovered from our surveys is that a lot of people didn't realize that we actually have an air-conditioned space on site for people to cool off. It's called the Chill Zone, and it's over there adjacent to Hippie Hollow. So that's going to be back this year. That's also where you can get some of the frozen cocktail drinks in there. So make sure if you're getting toasty at the festival, be mindful that we actually do have the air-conditioned Chill Zone available for you guys to go hang out and kind of catch your breath and cool off. Another big change for this year for Harefest is that the 4-H hall, which is that building that was right behind where the merch tent is in the main venue. It's basically in between Hippie Hollow and the main venue. Historically, that's been a space where we've done meals for our staff, crew, and musicians. This year, we're moving that stuff and we're actually opening it up to the public. We're going to have a vendor space indoors. So there will be some consumables and some clothing vendors and some other types of cool things in there for people who to have a bit of a shopping experience. And for a portion of the festival, you'll literally just be able to pass right through that building and head over to the main venue when both are open. So that's going to be a cool new activation this year with some different shopping options for you guys. And I think we're even going to have a dirty soda vendor in there as well. So definitely something to check out this year. And then moving over to overnight. So a couple things there. I think one of the things we really pride ourselves on is paying attention to our customer surveys. And I think one of the things that kind of has stood out over the last couple of years is that even though people like to have a good time and overnight, and it's definitely a party scene out there, but also too it's there have been some behavior and some different things going on out there that I think have probably pushed the envelope a little bit too far. And so we don't want to spoil anybody's fun, but we do have a separate security team just dedicated to the overnight area coming in this year. And our goal is to make sure that those concerns are addressed this year. There are a few people who aren't going to be able to come back to the festival based on some activities last year. So we kind of took those things to heart. But I mainly just want to let you know that we're listening and that we're taking some actions to make that a more comfortable experience for everybody. To be clear, the idea that whole place is just going to be silent and you're going to get this amazing night's sleep, that ain't happening. This is a music festival, right? So you have to understand there's only so much we can do. But the main thing is we want everybody to feel safe and comfortable. And we also need to be mindful that we're not doing anything that's going to be problematic for the neighbors, as we need to be a good neighbor at the festival, to make sure we keep getting to come back to the fairgrounds year after year. And now is probably the thing I'm most excited about, because since we've had overnight at Harefest, we've been wanting to do this. It's been like super visible on the surveys every year, especially for the tent campers. And I am so excited to announce that for the first time ever at overnight, we are going to have showers. We've got showers this year. So a really cool partnership with a nonprofit called One Love. And so it's an organization that provides showers and other comforts to less fortunate populations. And so they're going to be using this as a fundraiser. So the cool thing about it is we're not making any money on this, right? We're going to give 100% of the proceeds it's $10 for a 10-minute shower, and all the proceeds go straight to the nonprofit. And so it's kind of a win-win, right? Because basically we get showers on site. They're going to be on Friday and Saturday only, right? We don't need them Thursday night, but they're going to be there Friday and Saturday. We'll post the hours as the event gets closer. So we're going to have 5 shower units, 10 minutes showers, $10 a shower, with all the proceeds going to One Love. So we got a photo of that up on our website and a few of the details there you can check out. But by golly, we finally did it. We've got showers and overnight this year. So all of the RV spaces have been sold out for quite some time, but we still have tent camping available. And I know that one of the things that has sort of discouraged people from tent camping in the past is the lack of showers. So we've got that solved for you. So definitely encourage folks to look at spending the night or letting their friends know that we got showers this year, because we've never had them. All right. And then we also have 2 group campsites still available for larger numbers of people. If you want to have more of a group campsite, we have 2 of those available. So that's something you could also take a look at on the website. Okay, so that is Harefest. I am moving on to Capital City Retrofest. So this is the one that we do for the second year. This is going to be, it's in Salem, Oregon at the Jerry Frank Rotary Amphitheater in Salem. It's on the Salem Riverfront Park. It's an absolutely beautiful festival. This is by far our most family-friendly offering. It's 3 nights, 3 bands per night. And it's just a beautiful grass field that we had lots of families last year. Everyone had a great time. And this festival, one of the things that was exciting is that this one last year, for our opening year, we won the Music Festival of the Year award from the Oregon Festivals and Events Association. So I think that speaks to the quality of the experience. And I think folks who are looking to have more of just a less comprehensive festival experience where you can kind of just go each night or go one night and enjoy the 3 bands without having to commit your entire weekend. It's a great way to do that down there in Salem. And tickets are on sale for that one, of course. The other thing that's cool is that unlike last year we overlapped with the Oregon State Fair, but this year we're actually the weekend before the Oregon State Fair. So we're not going to spoil anybody's fair fun down there, and you'll be able to go to both events to the extent that you would like to. So that's just a little quick update. Obviously, in August, it's pretty hot. We've got misting options there. And Harefest will have the misting, too. So all the cooling stuff that you expect will be both at Harefest and Cap City. And then lastly, the last festival of the season is the 90s Flannel Fest in Moses Lake. So that's the first weekend in October. And so for those of you who haven't been, it's sort of like a smaller version of Harefest that's focused on the 90s. So you're getting a different ilk of band, and so it's a super fun experience. It's Friday and Saturday. Lineup this year is killer. That one's 21 plus. Also, that again is at the Grant County Fairgrounds in Moses Lake, Washington. We've got RVs and tent camping available for that one. So I will answer that question about VIP. That's a great one. I'm about to answer that. And so it's a 5-hour drive from Portland, a little bit easier to get to from Seattle area. I think it's closer to 3 hours, but we actually have a lot of people that make the trek each year. And so there are a couple things to know about the Flannel Fest. One of them is that right now, early bird pricing is still active. So that means that it's the same ticket price as last year. So if you want to get it before the price increases, that ends at the end of this month for Flannel Fest for the early bird pricing. So if you're looking to go to that one, I encourage that. And the other thing too with that one is we also have the after 5 p.m. pass for the Saturday night at Flannel Fest. Brent, dude, you got the best name, Brent Talica. That's really good. Brent's got a good question. So this is the first year I think that we don't have VIP section for Legends Reload. For 90s Flannel Fest, and we ended up getting rid of it for a couple of reasons. One, we've sort of seen dwindling demand for it. Over the years that we've had the festival. This will be our 5th year. But the other one is that we basically chose to just upgrade the entire experience, right? So the cool thing is that we're still going to have that big tent that was over in the VIP section, and all that seating is still going to be there. It'll be first come, first serve, but it'll still be there for people. But the big change for Flannel Fest, I think people are going to be excited about, is that one of the reasons people always ask, well, how'd you end up in Moses Lake, Washington, right? For Flannel Fest, what was behind that decision? And first of all, a bunch of us in tribute bands got to play at the Grant County Fair for a number of years, and we just had a wonderful experience out there. It's this really cool, quaint fairgrounds with a lot of character, and the people who run it are just awesome. It's just a really well run fairgrounds. And so we started talking about partnership opportunities. We've always wanted to do a Flannel Fest, Well, we had to get that out of the summer so that we could have flannel, but we needed to be in a place where the weather was still legit in the fall. And so one of the cool things about being the first week in October is that it's been typically sunny during the day. It doesn't get hot, but we've seen it in the low 70s. However, it gets chilly at night. And so one of the things we're going to do this year, we're going to try, this is the first time we've ever tried anything like this, is we are going to actually provide a bunch of heat for attendees, right? And we're doing it in two ways. One thing we're doing is we've got these large blowers to come off the stage on the sides of the stage to warm up the pit area in front of the stage, right? So that's one thing. But then we've got an army of these tower heaters, not the dome ones, but the ones that look like pyramids. And they're going to be sprinkled throughout the venue. So they're literally going to be these heating units all over the venue for people. And so, just kind of, as we're looking at that, we're like, well, this is a way for us to kind of make it a VIP experience for everybody. So even though we don't have the VIP, we're kind of offsetting that by keeping a lot of the cool features that we had in the VIP section in terms of the covered area and all that seating. But we're adding the heat and something that's going to be available for everybody this year. So I think that it's a great trade-off, and it allows us to provide the heat without jacking up the price a ton for the festival. So heat. So it's all about the cooling at the summer festivals, and then Flannel Fest in the evening, having heat for everybody. And so we always one of the sort of humorous things we have in our merchandise world is that we always say Flannel Fest. It's t-shirts during the day and flannels at night. So now it can be t-shirts and then flannels at night with heat as well. So that's the update. I was, keeping it kind of short today because I know everyone's busy. I'm not seeing any questions on YouTube. But if anybody has any questions, now would be the time to chime in. I'm just going to throw my glasses on and see if there happen to be any on the discussion here. I'm not seeing anything. I'll give you a second here to ask questions. But otherwise, last thing I wanted to mention, right? So these are definitely lean economic times for everybody, staying out of the political side of it. But, money's tight for a lot of folks. We get that. And at the same time, the cost of producing events, it continues to go up. So, even though we want to keep the prices as affordable as possible, there's only so low we can go. That said, with the PayPal feature for all of our festivals now, there's a installment payment option. So it's actually a lot of people have been taking advantage of that, especially for the festivals that are farther out. So there's more information about that. But when you check out for any of our 4 festivals, you'll have the option to set up installment payments through PayPal. So I wanted to make sure everybody was at least aware of that option because it's kind of a cool option. So. We mentioned pre-ordering for t-shirts. So the pre-order, again, just to kind of reiterate that, just as a reminder, for Legends Reloaded, the pre-order for getting the lineup t-shirts, which is the only way to get them. You got to pre-order them. That deadline is Tuesday, May 26th. It's coming up. I think it's Tuesday. And so, is that right? Yeah. It's the 26th. So you want to make sure you order those. It's got the whole lineup on the back. It's got the cool image for the Legends Reloaded Gandalf. I'm not sure if we're allowed to say it's Gandalf, but it's a legendary wizard. And I don't know if we have them up on Harefest yet or not for the lineup shirts, but those will be coming soon if they're not. Those aren't up yet, but they will be shortly. So keep an eye out as we announce the pre-order deadline for the lineup shirts for Harefest as well, because we're going to have them. Also, I'm going to tell you, we've got some new merch designs this year. We've been with our partner Phantom Chicken, who does our shirt printing and some of our design work for the shirts. We've got some cool new character shirts, is what I'm going to say. I'm not going to tell you anything else about them. I'm not sure if we're even going to show them in advance or not. But you'll get them at the merch tent. And again, we're going to have shirts in both. We'll have Hippie Hollow merchandise this year, and again, we'll also have it in the main venue. Two other things I wanted to mention. So a lot of you have been asking about Jukebox Heroes, right? And so they're not at Harefest this year. part of what's going on with Jukebox Heroes is Rich Ray, their lead singer, played their final show earlier in the month, and they have a new singer who is going to debut this Saturday at the Headliners Club, where we have the J. Phil band hang. So if you want to get a look at the new Jukebox Heroes singer, make sure you hit headlinersclub.com if you're in the Portland area, and you can go check him out on Saturday. The other thing is we're going to have a single kickoff party this year. It's the last Saturday of for Harefest. This is the last Saturday of June where we're going to have it, and I think it's the 27th. And Rock Shop, who does the closing party, is going to come down and play at Headliners on the 27th. We're going to have guest singers lined up, just like we do at the closing party. I'm going to sing something. I don't know what yet. I got to find something in my range. Boy, those Rock Shop guys and all these singers, they sing up in the stratosphere, but I'm going to find something. But we're going to have a really great time there. The Road to Harefest program at Headliners is still going. So if you're not familiar with that, check out the Headliners page. At all the shows where we've got Harefest bands playing, we're giving away tickets to all of those. But yeah, make sure you put June 27th on your calendar for the kickoff party, and we'll be sharing more information about that. Oh, I forgot to mention, for Legends Reloaded, we're going to have a closing party at The Spot, which is a really cool spot in Madras, right by the venue, where it'll start like 10 o'clock and go till 2 in the morning on the Saturday night. And so we're going to have a sort of a musicians jam kind of thing, and just a fun place to hang out with audience and musicians alike there after the festival, after we wind things down at the fairgrounds. So anyway, that's a lot of information. Any other questions before I sign off? You're always feeling free, of course, to put questions on the Facebook events for the various shows. Join the Harefest community. That's a great place to get information and just kind of watch our socials. Other than that, I think that's all I got. Seattle Retrofest. We are going to make a decision about Seattle Retrofest after Harefest. We currently have a hold on the dates for the same weekend in Seattle, but we're waiting to see how things go this summer before we commit to it, because it's not a cheap endeavor. So that's the honest response. We've already got bands holding the dates for that. That the third weekend in January, we're holding the venue. We really want to do it. Weird, it's inside. But what are you gonna do in January? Yeah. It's the Seattle Retrofest is indoors, so there's 3 venues inside the crocodile space. So we actually have concurrent programming. If you go to seattleretrofest.com, you guys can see what it was like last year. It was really cool. And actually one of the first times we've done I think it was the first time where we've had concurrent programming with multiple bands playing at once. So that was really cool. So we're hoping to do it again, but we're not sure yet. Any other questions before I sign off? Well, cool. Hopefully this was informative, and we're now less than a month from Legends Reloaded, so we're super excited. I personally, even though I don't have Stone and Love anymore, I get to play at the first 3 events in Hall and Bros. I play drums for Hall and Bros, so I'm excited to play some Hall and Oates and Doobie Brothers for you guys. We opened the festival on Friday night at Legends Reloaded, so I got to give a plug for my band there. And then we're doing the Yacht Rock brunch at Harefest as well. So awesome! All right, you guys, be good out there and be good to each other. Appreciate you tuning in. And if you have any more questions, send them in. But otherwise, we will see you sooner than later at Legends Reloaded, Harefest, Capital City Retrofest, and then hopefully again at FLANNEL Fest. Take care, you guys.